of our own is the latest celeb to have their voice ripped off by AI. 10 News legend Sandra Sully heard a voice identical to hers reading a headline on a true crime podcast. But the real Sandra never voiced the headline. While its creators declare the voice is AI, they didn't seek Sully's permission.
We've used an AI-generated voice to read some of the headline.
St Patrick's College teacher arrested and facing multiple alleged child abuse charges.
Oh, our real-life Sandra Sully is with us now in the flesh. Sandra, is that really you?
Well, apparently. I mean, I didn't record that voice, but gosh, when I heard it, I knew it sounded just like me. I ran it by a couple of my colleagues thinking, is it just me? And they went, gosh, that's you. I said, no, I didn't do it.
That's crazy. Did it feel like, in a way, you'd been a bit violated? I mean, you've built your credibility up over decades, and then all of a sudden it snatched away.
I wouldn't say violated. Initially, I was sort of taken aback, and then I was alarmed the more I thought about it, because if it's that easy to rip off your voice, you know, that's kind of pretty uncomfortable because you don't know where this is going to end. So if, you know, I'm arguably some sort of trusted voice in news, then how can that be manipulated? And for what purposes? Good, bad or evil? And that's pretty scary.
Well, how much of a concern is that though, Sandra? Because this you could pop up on anything, right?
Well, look, I think it was only last week the Queensland Premier, his voice and image was used to scam customers. So, look, we use AI in every aspect of our life all the time without even thinking about it. You know, sat-nav, the old days when you had a, you know, an Atlas or a UBD or something. Now, or you used to have a TomTom in the car, you know, and now that live traffic congestion is fed into your sat-navs, and it's a real advantage. So there's a lot of positives with AI. But I think when you're in our business, and we're always banging on about the importance of trusted news sources and services, this is a reminder that you really can't always believe everything you see, hear or read, and you must make sure it comes from a reliable source.
Sandra, did you just say you used to drive around consulting an Atlas? I mean...
A UBD. No, that was incorrect, Molly. Stop picking me up.
Now, we approached the podcast creators. They said this is not technically illegal. What do you think about that?
Well, look, to be fair to them, they did, you know, there was a precursor to actually the words saying we've used an AI-generated news voice, but of all the news voices they used, clearly mine was the guide track. And as I said, you know, given what I did with September 11, I can't help but worry that, you know, if it was related for evil purposes, you know, in association with a terrorist event or something that was alarming for, you know, our community, that's a pretty scary thought, really. I mean, I'm not too precious, and as I said, they did the right thing by acknowledging that it was an AI-generated voice. So, you know, that's fair to them, but it is weird.
Yeah,
Don't you think it's weird?
It's so bizarre, but you can get the real thing right here on 10 at 5 o'clock every afternoon. Sandra Sully, thank you so much.